Research assistant interview questions and answers with experience.
Good morning, and thank you for coming in today. I appreciate you taking the time to interview for the research assistant position. Could you start by telling me a little about yourself and your background?
Good morning. Thank you for having me. I have a bachelor's degree in biology from State University, where I worked in several research labs during my studies. After graduation, I spent 2 years as a research assistant at a biomedical lab, focusing on molecular genetics. My experience there involved data collection, analysis, and assisting in writing research papers.
That sounds like a solid background. Can you tell me more about your specific responsibilities in your previous role?
Certainly. I was responsible for designing experiments, managing sample preparation, and conducting statistical analyses using software like R and SPSS. I also collaborated with other team members on various projects, helping to draft grant proposals and research articles for publication.
Collaboration is key in research. Can you give an example of a challenge you faced while working in a team and how you resolved it?
Absolutely. Once, we encountered discrepancies in our data during a project on gene expression. It led to some heated discussions among team members. I proposed we hold a series of meetings to reassess our methods and data collection procedures. This open dialogue helped us identify the problem and refine our protocol, ultimately improving our results.
That's a great example of problem solving and teamwork. How do you prioritize your tasks when working on multiple projects?
I rely on a combination of project management tools and regular check-ins with my supervisor. I usually outline my tasks based on deadlines and the complexity of each project. I also make sure to allocate time for unexpected issues that can arise in research.
Time management is crucial. What specific techniques or tools do you use for data analysis and management?
I have extensive experience with R for statistical analysis and Python for data manipulation. I also use Excel to organize data sets and create visualizations. I rely on reference management software like EndNote and Zotero for literature management to keep track of my sources.
Impressive. Since this position may involve assisting in grant writing, what experience do you have in that area?
During my time at the biomedical lab, I helped with drafting a grant proposal for a project on cancer research. I conducted literature reviews, summarized our preliminary findings, and worked with the principal investigator to ensure our proposal met funding agency guidelines. It was a valuable learning experience.
Excellent. Finally, why are you interested in this position, and how do you think you can contribute to our research team?
I'm excited about this position because it aligns with my passion for advancing scientific knowledge in your area of focus. I believe my background in molecular genetics and my experience in collaborative research will allow me to contribute effectively. I'm eager to bring my skills to your team and learn from the innovative work being done here.
Thank you for sharing your experiences and insights. Do you have any questions for me about the role or our research team?
Yes, I'd love to know more about the current projects the team is working on and how a new research assistant can get involved right away.
Great question. We have several ongoing projects, and we encourage new team members to jump in and contribute early on. I'll be happy to share more details about each project.
That sounds fantastic. Thank you for the information.
Thank you for your time today. We'll be in touch soon regarding the next steps.
Research assistant interview questions and answers with no experience.
Good morning, and thank you for coming in today. I appreciate your interest in the research assistant position. Can you start by introducing yourself and telling me a bit about your academic background?
Good morning. Thank you for having me. I recently graduated from State University with a degree in psychology. During my studies, I developed a strong research interest, particularly in cognitive behavior. While I don't have formal research experience, I completed several projects and coursework that involved data analysis and literature reviews.
That's a good start. Can you tell me about one of the projects you worked on during your studies?
Sure. In my final year, I worked on a capstone project examining the effects of sleep deprivation on cognitive performance. I designed a survey, collected data from my peers, and analyzed the results using basic statistical methods. I enjoyed the process of interpreting the data and drawing conclusions from it.
Sounds interesting. What specific skills did you develop during that project that you think would apply to this role?
I learned how to design surveys and collect data, which I believe is fundamental for research. I also gained experience in data analysis, using tools like Excel for basic statistics. Additionally, I became more comfortable presenting my findings, which helped improve my communication skills.
Communication is indeed important in research. How do you approach learning new skills or tools that you may not be familiar with?
I'm very proactive about learning. I often use online resources like tutorials and courses to get up to speed. For example, I taught myself how to use SPSS through online classes when I was preparing for my capstone project. I'm also open to asking for help and collaborating with others to learn.
That's a great attitude to have. This role may involve working with a team. How do you feel about collaborating with others, especially in a research setting?
I really enjoy teamwork. While I don't have direct experience in a research team, I've worked on group projects in my classes where we had to collaborate closely. I believe sharing ideas and perspectives can lead to better outcomes, and I'm eager to contribute to and learn from a team environment.
Collaboration is vital in research. How do you handle constructive criticism, especially when it comes to your work?
I see constructive criticism as an opportunity to grow. During my capstone project, my professor provided feedback on my survey design, and I adjusted it based on her suggestions. I appreciated her input because it helped me improve my project. I'm always open to feedback and willing to make changes to enhance my work.
That's a healthy mindset. Why are you interested in this research assistant position specifically?
I'm excited about this position because it will allow me to gain hands-on experience in research, which is something I'm passionate about. I admire the work being done in your lab, and I want to contribute to projects that can make a difference in understanding psychological processes.
That's great to hear. Do you have any questions for me about the role or the research team?
Yes, I'd like to know what a typical day looks like for a research assistant in your lab, and how new team members are integrated into ongoing projects.
Good question. A typical day can involve a mix of data collection, analysis, and team meetings. We ensure that new members have a mentor to guide them through the onboarding process and help them get involved in projects quickly.
That sounds very supportive. Thank you for the information.
Thank you for your time today. We'll be in touch soon with the next step.